Pippy does balloons. We're gonna make a doggy dog. All right, you're gonna need your balloon. Always make sure you stretch your balloon. This warms it up, and it doesn't prevent it from popping, but it means it's less likely to pop. Now, when you put your ballooned neck onto your nozzle, go down as far as you can. If you just have it, so I've put on this much. If you just have it right at the top, it means you've got a much smaller area to tie the balloons. So you're going to pump it. Whoa! But you still need to leave a tail at the end. I've left this much tail. They always show you by fingers, but everyone's fingers is different sizes. You get used to how much balloon you need to leave at the end. That's plenty. Now, I've still got quite tight at here, so I'm just going to hold it, let it go, and that's giving me a slightly longer neck. And then you tie that however you tie balloons. There's a few ways of tying balloons. If you don't know how to tie a balloon, loads of YouTube tutorials, so have a look at that. You need to choose the length of your nose. What's that, 2.5 inches? I don't really know. But that's the length of my balloon nose. Now you want to create, you need to twist this 3 times. That doesn't lock it, because if you let it go, it goes again. So you twist it round, 1, 2, 3. Hold the nose whilst you make the ears. So I'm pinching the ears. I want the ears the same length as the nose. This is normally good proportions for your dog. And again, turn it 3 times. Now you bring this back down, and you're trying to make another ear the same length as the first ear. And then you lock it. You lock it onto this one by twisting 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We've got a doggy with ears. And now we need to make a neck. So we call a little bubble, a little 1-inch bubble. That's my little 1-inch neck bubble. You can make a slightly longer neck if you want, but I find a 1-inch bubble is perfectly fine. Now the legs is exactly the same as the ears. You're going to do 2 kind of sausage bubbles the same length as the ears. 1, 2. Again, you've got to hold the stuff that you've already made so it doesn't come undone. Okay, it's already looking like a little doggy dog. And now we're going to make a body. We'll go about here. If you want it really long, you can, but then you're going to only have a small tail. So proportion wise, I kind of like this length body. And I do 2 legs. Same again as the front legs. And then you're twisting it round so it makes it look like a dog. This one's got a slightly longer tail. Could have had very slightly longer legs. But that's the basic gist of it. Now, if you want to make the bobble at the end, you kind of stretch a little gap at the end. So I'm just stretching just at the end. You don't need to do this. Kids do not expect you to do this. And then I'm just pushing some air up in the end. And that makes a little bobble on the end. Now the